Hey subscribers, so Sis has been contacting me on my YouTube videos and she's given me some questions that she wants me to answer for you on her channel. So thank you for the questions. Let's get into it. What do you actually think about being a hairdresser? So was I actually thinking about being a hairdresser? I've got a secret to tell you. So, some people know this, some people don't. There's a cereal in the UK which is called Wheatos, made by Weetabix, and they used to give away little troll dolls. And I used to beg my mum to get me Wheatos, even though we had multiple boxes in the cupboard. I was like, Mum, please, get me some Wheatos. She'd get it, I'd open it, she'd be like, "Oi, those boxes are open there." I was like, okay, I'll have them later. And I'd get these little troll dolls. Take them up to my room. I was about 9, maybe a bit younger, something like that. And I'd cut them, I'd colour their hair with permanent markers, and that's the earliest memory I can think of really, I suppose, messing about with hair. But I was a footballer, so I was a footballer for Aston Villa. I was in the youth academy, so basically my journey was going to be a footballer. But yeah, hairdressing come into it after university, after a year out, after doing multiple jobs. So, were you actually thinking about being a hairdresser? No, but it's always been there. Question number 2. Who taught you how to do hairdressing? Multiple people. So I did college, like you have to do. I did my MVQ2, and then I did loads of, I suppose, online courses. Not online courses, YouTube, myhairdress.com, loads of private learning. I went on loads of courses, and I've had the pleasure to work with some major companies: L'Oreal, Redken, Joico, Matrix, Lee Stafford. Lee Stafford's been a massive help for me. If you don't know who Lee Stafford is, check him out on Instagram. Lee Stafford Hair, big celebrity hairdresser over here. He had loads of salons back in the, what was it, 90s? 90s? Maybe something like that. No, 2000s. Sorry Lee, put some age on you. But yeah, early 2000s, and Lee was just like killing it. So I've got the pleasure of working with Lee as well. He took me under his wing, showed me a lot of stuff. I've worked on stage with Lee in Norway a couple of times, worked in London with him, so yeah, a few places. Tell us your backstory of hairdressing. How did it all start? It all started with the troll dolls, and then just progressed. I don't know, my mates would always, I was always obsessed with hair, doing my hair, making it perfect, all that sort of thing, but now I just wear a hat. And got into college in 2007, 8, something around about that time, and then it just snowballed really. So what happened was I went to college for 2 nights a week. I think it was like 6 till 9, and I did my MVQ2, come out of it, and then I started House of Hair, which was in my parents' house in their garage. My dad put up a mirror, we got a chair, we got a little cabinet, got my scissors and comb, started doing people's hair in my parents' garage after work. A local salon scene, how much I was progressing, how I was growing my client base, asked me to come in for an interview for a job. I didn't to begin with, because it was just a bit of a hobby, and then it became, I don't know, it just got me, and then they said, look, come in, you can come part-time. So I went part-time, then became full-time. I worked through the ranks, I think the quickest out of anybody, then become salon manager after 2 years. I then bought the salon in 2011, and Paul Watts Hairdressing was born. I've opened 6 salons in 9 years. I've now got two big salons, so I've relocated some, I've made some bigger, I closed ones that just, I didn't have enough time, because I work abroad a lot. I work all over the place, to be honest, and I couldn't dedicate enough time to 4 salons as I work 5 days a week behind the chair. I just couldn't get around to all 4 while I was working abroad. So that's it. 2 big salons, Kettering and Oundle. Check out www.paulwattshairdressing.co.uk, or my Instagram, paulwatts.life, which is my journey, my personal journey, or at paulwattshair, and you'll see everything that we get up to. What is the hardest challenge in hairdressing? The hardest challenge in hairdressing, to be honest, when you're learning, everything is new. Everything new, you're going to make a mistake. And I think that's the hardest thing, to accept that you are going to make mistakes. But learn from your mistakes. And something I was taught very early on is a mistake is a mistake. take it again and just kill it. But now, I think the hardest thing is managing time, managing people, making sure everybody gets what they want, making sure all that sort of thing. So yeah, back then at the beginning it was just learning new things. Now it's just making sure the team are happy, the salons are busy, the clients are happy, and this whole YouTube thing is working, I suppose. This is probably my hardest thing with hairdressing at the minute, is the whole YouTube thing, trying to promote what we do and give everybody enough information. The last thing, do the most famous hairstyle that every customer knows about in your salon. Do the most famous. I don't know if you want me to cut it, but I haven't got a mannequin head here. If you want me to, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll cut a haircut or do a colour for you. But the most famous hairstyle that every customer wants in the salon is, to be honest, there's no standout trends at the minute. Balayage, Jennifer Lopez, you could say Jennifer Lopez, the Kardashians. I suppose they're probably the biggest pictures we get brought in because they go so drastic in what they do. But what you have to remember is a lot of this stuff is wigs. And I've seen a video of Chris Appleton, who's the Kardashians and Jennifer Lopez's hairdresser. He did a video the other day on YouTube and he created Kim's bob. And it was extensions. Her hair was all braided up, tucked away, extensions put in, and it was a bob. So the hardest thing, let's go back to the hardest thing in hairdressing. The hardest thing in hairdressing is expectation. So expectation against the final result. And when people bring in pictures of wigs and stuff that isn't real, that's the hardest thing right now in hairdressing. The unrealistic expectation of wanting a wig to be your actual hair. So that's answered both questions in one. So yeah, that is all 5 questions answered for you guys. Don't forget to subscribe to Sis's channel. It's growing. I've seen it from when it was 0 and it's up to like over 150 now, is it? Like, incredible. So keep it going. Sis's channel is at 154. She calls you all subscribers, so make sure you subscribe to her channel. Hopefully she'll put my links down below so you can come over to my channel, see what I get up to. But I do hair how-tos, I do reaction videos. So I do hair how-tos, I do reaction videos, I do product reviews, and I do all this sort of thing. So, thanks for having me, and we'll see you on the next video.